It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, City of Jesup Commission met Tuesday night for their regularly scheduled monthly meeting. First item on the agenda was an update on the pool project, which they have been told is moving along nicely. They hope to have it up and running in several months. They did state that a fence needs to be put up around the pool before any water is put in the pool for safety reasons. But again, they said the project's moving along and hopefully soon a pool back at Crack Williams Park. Majority of Tuesday's meeting was spent with a discussion on the East Jesup Sewer project. On hand was City Engineer Bill Schuman, along with representatives from Thomas and Hutton. This project, once projected at $9 million, has ballooned to $22 million. The rep from Thomas and Hutton on hand with a presentation of the project and alternatives presented to the commission. City Commissioner Tim Caulfield said he'd like to have a sit-down meeting with the IDA and the county to discuss how the project will be paid for. City does have funds from the ARPA fund, which stands for American Rescue Plan Act funds. That's projected to help pay for about a third of the cost. Once again, Thomas and Hutton says the project is set to be completed in October of 2026. They're looking to bid out the project and get prices by April 30th and come back to the Board of Commissioners in the month of May with price options. Once again, this project is connected with the industrial park. City says they support the project. Again, a very lengthy and detailed discussion last night about the project. City Engineer Bill Schuman on the agenda for approval of Amtrak station improvements and Georgia DOT lighting agreements. Both those were passed by unanimous votes. They awarded the bid for the 2024 Lamig Road resurfacing project. That bid came in at $212,000 and is awarded to Georgia Asphalt Company. They approved 2 alcohol licenses on the agenda, one for Habaneros and one for Chevam 2020 LLC at 1421 South 1st Street. After those licenses were approved, a motion was made by Commissioner Mike Deal and approved on a 5-1 vote to move these alcohol approvals back to the city manager solely. As Mike Deal says, the commissioners simply have no authority to vote down any of the licenses as long as the paperwork is in order. Deal stated the commission simply has no dog in the fight. Tim Caulfield, the dissenting vote, disagreed, saying he wants the licenses to still come before the commission. He says it doesn't take that long to vote anyway, but again, the vote 5-1 last night to let the city manager handle them from now on. But the city manager did state that he would put the information in the commissioner's packet to let them be aware of which licenses and locations are approved. Jim Poindexter on hand just asking if the city consider not planting trees where a flagpole with American flag is present. Poindexter says the trees simply grow up and tear up the flags. Poindexter told the city that he takes care of 5 flags in the city, one at the chamber, one at the city hall, one at the police station, one at the sheriff's department, and one at the city cemetery. He says that's where the tree has grown and continually tears up the flag. Commission thanked him for his community service, as he says he takes this project solely on his own and his own expense. City Commission says they need to have a meeting with the tree board and get on the same page and find a solution so the flags can fly without being torn or being blocked by view. Again, that conversation last night at City Hall. Air conditioner unit at City Hall, 20 years old and needs replaced. The board accepted a quote from Blue Collar for $36,000. Under items with interim city manager Nick Ellis, Ellis says he wants to get with the city commissioners, go over salaries and especially starting salaries for several city positions. Ellis says to remain competitive in the workforce, city needs to adjust their pay scale. Says he wants to give the commissioners some numbers, get together, see if they can work out the salaries to be more competitive with surrounding communities. And that's a look at your Tuesday city council meeting from last night. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. The general primary nonpartisan election is going to be held on Tuesday, May 21st. To check your registration status, change your name or address, or find your polling place, you should visit the My Voter page at mvp.sos.ga.gov. If you're not registered to vote, you can complete the online voter registration form with a valid Georgia driver's license, or you can download and complete the voter registration form and return it to the registrar's office. Advanced voting will begin on Monday, April 29th and go through Friday, May 17th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Election and Registration Building at 306 East Pine Street. There will be 2 mandatory Saturday voting days on May 4th and May 11th. The time of the early voting on Saturday will be from 9 to 5. If you have any questions or concerns, they ask you to contact the registrar's office here in Wayne County. That number 912-427-5950. The school board contested race is a nonpartisan race, so that race for District 5 between Tina Mosley and Tommy Weatherspoon will be decided in May. County Commission contested race is a partisan race, and Randy Franks qualified on the Republican ticket, while Princess Dial qualified on the Democratic ticket, so that race for the Democratic for that race for the county commission seat will be decided in November. Again, both candidates will win their primary in May as both are unopposed on their party ticket. Also to be decided in November, the race for state representative between incumbent Buddy DeLoach, who qualified to run for re-election on the Republican ballot, his opponent Rebecca Moore qualified to run as a Democrat. All three sheriff candidates are on the Republican ballot. Incumbent Sheriff Chuck Mosley, Donnie Ray, and Toby Cameron all running on the Republican ballot. So unless there's a runoff, this race will be decided on May 21st. Once again, advanced voting Monday, April 29th, running all the way up until May 17th. Again, it will take place at the new election in the registration building that's located at 306 East Pine Street in Jesup. And if you have any questions, call the registrar's office at 427-5950. Second protest in front of the local DA's office in Wayne County is set for a week for today, Wednesday, March 27th from 11 to 3. Protesters have secured the approval from the city of Jesup. A group of women who claim they've been sexually assaulted have organized the event. As they state, they're still waiting on the results of a GBI investigation. They claim the DA refuses to accept phone calls or emails from the alleged victims. Several of those planning the protest will be on the Butch and Bob Show this coming Monday to discuss the protest and the reasons for the protest. Once again, this is going to take place a week from today, Wednesday, March 27th, in front of the local DA's office from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It marks the second such protest in front of the DA's office. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news. Everyone's invited this Saturday to the annual WIFO WLP Unity Church of God Easter Fun Day. It's going to take place at 11 a.m. on the fairgrounds of Unity Church of God at 1580 Sunset Boulevard. There's going to be free food, inflatables, egg hunts with great prizes, games, a train ride, and a lot more. And come join the fun for the entire family. Again, all taking place this Saturday, March 23rd at Unity Church of God on Sunset Boulevard. It's been an ongoing tradition for many, many years, and that tradition continues this Saturday. And WIFO, WLP, and Unity Church of God combined to provide the community with an Easter Fun Day. Everyone's invited. Again, don't miss it. Come out Saturday and have a great time. Chamber of Commerce is set today for their post-legislative luncheon. The date is Tuesday, April 23rd. Featured speakers will be State Senator Blake Tillery, State Representative Stephen Meeks, and Buddy DeLoach. They'll recap the legislative session. It's going to take place from 11 to 1 that Tuesday at Coastal Pines Technical College. Tickets are $30 for chamber members, $40 for non-members. Everyone's invited to come out to get a recap of the session from our local representatives who have been up in Atlanta at the Capitol. Again, the date Tuesday, April 23rd. For more information or tickets, call the chamber at 912-427-2028. Wayne County Board of Tourism bringing this county spring fair back to Jesup. The dates March 28th, 30th, and April 1st through the 6th. Monday through Thursday, 6 to 10. Friday through Saturday, 6 to 11. Admission $15 per person. Includes rides are included in the price. And it takes place at the JC Fairgrounds. If you need more information, contact the Tourism Board office at 912-427-3233. And the Tourism Board gearing up for two other events. The 2024 Altamar River Run scheduled for April 13th, and the second annual Jesup Porch Fest set for May 4th. River Run will begin at the Upper County Gleason Copeland Landing. Will offer paddlers a choice of 2 takeout points. 11-mile takeout will be at Pig Farm Landing, and 16-mile will be at the JC Landing. There's no charge for the event, but each participant must sign a participation waiver before the paddle begins. Need more information on the paddle? That can be found on the Tourism Board website at waynetourism.com. Jesup Porch Fest is a music festival held on the porches and lawns of historic homes and churches in the Old Town neighborhood of Jesup, bordered by Brunswick Bay, Wayne, and Plum Streets, set for May 4th from 1 to 5 p.m. Musicians and entertainers will be performing, allowing visitors to enjoy music from different venues, traveling by golf carts, bicycles, or on foot between the different host sites. Anyone interested in performing or being a host for the event should contact Heather Altman at the Wayne County Board of Tourism office. Once again, that number 912-427-3233, or they can come by the Jesup Train Depot. Again, the two events planned for Wayne County, the Altamar River Run set for April 13th, and the Jesup Porch Fest set for May the 4th. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.